let's bring up, I guess we've got, why not? You're ready, right? Why not?
I'm ready.
Come on, why not? Why not?
Get on the stage.
Turn around.
Yay.
Yeah, stand in front of me because I don't think I'm wearing much.
They like to see that now, and you know
Neither
it.
is why.
That's why you wear so little. This woman sees a little boy leaning against the wall, and he's smoking a cigarette and taking nips out of a hip flask. Shouldn't you be at school? The woman says. School, says the boy. You gotta be joking. I'm only 4. Love little kids like that. Home from work, he was wearing 2 black eyes. What happened to you? His wife asked. Oh, I'll never understand women, he says. As riding the escalator behind this pretty young girl, I noticed her skirt stuck in the crack of her ass, so I pulled it out. She turned around and punched me in the eye. I see. And how did you get the second black eye? Well, I figured she liked it that way, so I pushed it back in again. This teenage boy came home and announced that he wanted to marry this girl next door, Jane Jones. Well, his father took him aside and he goes, "Look, I'm sorry, son, but years ago I was having an affair with Jane's mother and I got her pregnant. You can't marry her. She's your half-sister." Well, a month later, the son comes home and announces he wants to marry a girl up the street, this Sarah Smith. The father again confesses he once had an affair with Mrs. Smith, and Sarah is, in fact, another half-sister. A month later, the son announces engagement to Amy Armstrong, but his dad confesses once more that Amy is, in fact, another of his daughters. So the son's complaining to his mom. "Dad's driving me crazy. Every time I fall in love with a girl, it turns out she's one of Dad's daughters." "Shoot, pay no attention to him," the mom says. "It's not like he's your real father." This blonde girl goes to her mom and she goes, "Mom, I have been out with dozens of boys and I haven't let one of them kiss me." And the mom says, "Oh, really? Which one was that?" Harry, he wanted to get married, but he couldn't find a girl that his mom would approve of. So to solve the dilemma, a friend suggested that he look for a girl that's just like his mom. So he does. He finds a woman who looks like her, dresses like her, and talks like her, and he takes her home to meet his parents. "How'd it go?" his friend says. "Well, it went terrible. Dad hated her guts." A suitor to a man. "Sir, I want your daughter for my wife." Man, "Well, go home and tell your wife she can't have her." All right, this is Second Life. When virtual reality gets cheaper than dating, humanity is doomed. So we're all freaking doomed, buddy. This elderly couple died in a heat wave, but there have been so many deaths that all the local undertakers can't cope with the bodies. So in desperation, the ambulance driver takes 2 corpses to a taxidermist to see what he could do to help. "Well, I'll do what I can," he said, "but do you want them mounted?" "Nah," the ambulance driver says. "Holding hands would be fine." That would be funny, though. I'd like to see him mounted. George, he went to visit his lawyer to make a will. "So, exactly what do I do?" says Harry. "Well, you just answer a few questions and leave it all to me," said the lawyer. "Gee," said George, "I'm fond of you, but I was hoping to leave some for my wife." Harry's walking down the road and he notices an unusual funeral procession approaching the local cemetery. A hearse is followed by a second hearse, and behind that walks a solitary man with a pit bull on a leash. Following behind the man are 200 other men walking in single file. He's real curious, so he goes up to the man with the dog. "I hope you don't mind me asking, but whose funeral is this?" And the man says, "Well, the first hearse is for my wife. She died after my dog attacked her. Second hearse, that's for my mother-in-law. She's trying to help my wife when the dog turned on her, too." A thoughtful moment of silence passes. Any chance I can borrow your dog? Well, you better join the line, says the man. A reporter to a man. Is it true that you found the body of a complete stranger in your back garden? And the man says, well, no, he was a partial stranger. He had one arm and one leg missing. You know, the man who wrote the song Hokey Pokey was buried yesterday. They had a lot of trouble keeping his body in the casket. They put his left leg in, Tom got horrified when Harry told him that he murdered his wife and buried her in the back garden. So he rushed to Harry's house, and sure enough, there she was, except Harry left her bare backside sticking up out of the ground. What the heck did you do that for? Tom said. Well, hell, Harry said. I needed a place to park my bike. Oh. That would be perfect, though, wouldn't it? Well, it depends on how tight they are, I guess. Tom, Dick, and Harry are building a skyscraper, and Tom falls off and is killed instantly. Harry's sent to break the news to his wife. Well, 2 hours later, Harry came back carrying a six-pack. Where did you get that beer? Asked Dick. Well, Tom's wife gave it to me, Harry says. Well, that's unbelievable. You told the lady that her husband's dead and she gave you a beer? Well, no, not exactly, Harry says. When she answered the door, I said to her, you must be Tom's widow. And she said, I'm not a widow. And I said, you want to bet a six-pack? Now, this is a Bill Cosby quote from I don't know how long ago, but this is prophetic. I want to die before my wife, and the reason is this. If it's true that when you die your soul goes up to judgment, I don't want my wife up there ahead of me to tell them things. And I thought that was, yeah, that's pretty old, too. Who else is up for comedy tonight?
We're going to get
all right, I'm done, buddy. I'm quitting.
You're done?
Oh,
I'll call him up when I call him up. It's okay. I got this under control. I know you want to run the show.
I don't want to run the show. I just don't want to run him out of the show.
Don't worry. We have no music tonight.
time.
So if I had to cut you off, I would have cut anybody off. I had the timing down. Don't you, buddy? Okay?
Okay, baby.
Okay.
Boy.
I got it together.
A famous Hollywood director died and went to heaven.
Oh, you're doing more? I thought you were done.
You told me not to say when I'm
No, you can do now.
So I'm going to go
done.
until you tell me to shut the hell
up.
up.
Go. Get off now. Get off.
All right, goodbye.
You're done. Get off. Hey, holy
Yay!
I came in here Thursday one time. She was
Great non-ending ending.
Yeah. So.